What's up guys, it's Sam and Colby, and today we are going to tell you a story.
Today's story involves both of us being in the same cop situation, but having no idea that we were right next to each other. I'm going to start with my side of the story, and like I said before, we absolutely had no idea that we were even in the same area.
I don't even think we knew each other.
I don't think we were like friends. Like we knew
it was like freshman year.
Who we were, but like we didn't ever hang out or any of that type of stuff. Alright, so this was around freshman year, like 1 or 2 weeks after 4th of July, so I still had a bunch of fireworks left. So me and my buddies, Mason, Joe, and Nate, decided, let's go find somewhere in the forest to blow off these rest of the fireworks. So we decided to go into this warehouse. Now this warehouse used to be a jewelry factory and now was owned by the government. So basically we're blowing things up on government property, which is probably a big no-no. We've done this multiple times. We've gone down to this warehouse, and most of the time when we go down there, we get the cops called on us. So we were expecting some sort of trouble, especially because we had fireworks. When we did get all the way down there, we started blowing off fireworks down by the train tracks, which is just about 100 yards away from this warehouse. Now, we started going back into the warehouse and throwing some mortars and stuff like that, so we were expecting some loud noises. However, when we got to the roof and started doing this, we heard noises from the downstairs area. We thought this was really weird, and some of my friends really wanted to leave. They said, okay, we are not making that much noise, and there is somebody else in here. Something's going on. We didn't know what was happening because we'd throw like a mortar, there'd be an explosion, but then like 2 minutes later something would crash and fall. My buddy Mason was up on the roof and he starts screaming from the top like, there's cops on the road coming down this way, we gotta split. So all of us leave in all different directions and go back to our car in the field area, which the way we have came, so it's probably not the smartest idea, but we'd all left. We get halfway to our car when we realize that 2 cop cars pull up side by side right next to us, and we knew we were kind of screwed. So we were just like, all right, whatever, we've done this before. So we walked straight up to the cops and like, how's it going? Now Mason is a lot better talker to cops than anyone else, so he was going at them and talking, and I was like looking around, what's going on, not knowing basically what was gonna happen. All we knew was we were just scared out of our mind. We had done a bunch of illegal stuff on illegal property, so we were not in the best situation. The cop asked us what was going on, and so Mason came up with this awesome story of we were frisbee golfing. However, it was midnight, so the cop was saying, why the heck are you frisbee golfing out in the middle of this forest when it's pitch black? And he came up and he said, well, we had lost it like an hour ago, and we were just searching through the woods and all the plants and stuff to try to find it. Long story short, he let us go after we convinced him that he had absolutely no proof what we were doing, and once again, we got off clean.
So, here's my side of the story. I was with my brother Gage one night, and we usually went to the warehouse all the time to either skateboard or like take cool pictures, or honestly, it was just a cool place to hang out. So we were just walking around, just not really doing anything. And we were walking the big field to get to the warehouse, where we saw fireworks and we heard the loud noises coming from like the back of the warehouse and on the roof and stuff. Gage and I decided that it would be very funny to try and scare the kids who were shooting off fireworks. Every single time like we didn't hear a firework, we would knock something over really loud, or we'd like yell like at the top of our lungs, like in the other direction, so there was like a big echo in the entire warehouse, and like we would just hear like people like, what was that? Like, holy crap, what was that? So we continued that for like, I don't know, like 10 minutes or something, just like knocking things over and scaring them. And then all of a sudden we heard them running out really fast, and usually that means that they were either really scared of what we were doing or there was a cop. And so we decided to go investigate ourselves. And yes, there was cops coming up the road, like in the field, like they drove past the gate into the field trying to find the people who were shooting fireworks. Gage and I kind of snuck back, and we were doing fine. Like we were like in the trees and stuff. It's kind of hard to explain. It was like a field with a lot of trees and stuff. So we were in the trees, hiding and everything. And then all of a sudden the cops come over with flashlights into the field really fast. And so we had to duck down and like run and dive basically and hide in the fields for like an hour while these cops were like looking around for some reason, like they knew somebody was hiding. The funny part about this is that one day in, I think it was like band camp the next year, I was just like, hey man, like one time I got in trouble with the cops kind of because they were like, I had to hide in a field because they were looking for me for so long. Cause like we went and like I explained the story I just said. He was just like, wait a second.
I was like, I was shooting off fireworks and we talked the cop into looking into the field, and it took us like an hour to get away from the cops until he left, and we heard scary noises that night. I think we're talking about the same night. We had no idea we were like right next to each other or that we'd become friends, but basically I was terrified of him and he was getting chased by the same cops that were after us. So we both kind of like affected each other's lives, like, and scared the crap out of each other in a weird way. But we had no idea what was going on, or even that we were right next to each other. Anyway, if you like us to keep doing these storytime videos or cop stories or anything like that, please give this video a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated.
And we will see you in the near future.
Adios.
I feel like